Hey everybody, it's Leela here. So I'm filming on Halloween, but by the time you see this, it won't be Halloween anymore, so happy belated Halloween! But the other thing that happens around this time of year, that's my favorite thing other than Halloween, is my birthday. So by the time you're seeing this, my birthday is tomorrow. And I learned from a very dear professor of mine in college that on your birthday, you should give presents to other people. So I'd like to do a birthday giveaway to thank all of you guys for hanging out here with me and for, being so supportive of not only my channel, but my writing. I've gotten some really nice comments about the book Fold that I recently released. And if you haven't seen that yet, I'll put a link down below for the Amazon ebook. But I just kind of wanted to show you what's gonna be in the birthday giveaway package, and then I'll sort of just give you an update too on the planner that I'm using, because I have made a couple of minor updates, one of which included a rotary blade, but we'll get to that. So first thing I want to do is just say thank you guys all for being so super supportive. I really, really appreciate it. You're amazing. This is an amazing community and you guys rock. So I kind of wanted to show you what's going to be in the birthday giveaway. In fact, I didn't kind of want to show you, I do want to show you. So let's take a look. Now you may remember that when I unboxed the most recent Scarlet Lime Planner Society kit, a lot of that stuff, and like I said, I love that they use artisans on Etsy. I love that it's, an uprising of the handmade community, but a lot of the stuff in there is not me. And I know that if it stays with me, it's never gonna get used. I'll probably just throw it away. And that's such a shame because A, I paid for it, and B, I'm sure some people out there, this is totally their jam. And if your jam is gigantic pink yarn tassels, more power to you. I would love for somebody to give this stuff a home because I can't, and it breaks my heart, but I'm never gonna use most of this stuff. So let's go through one by one and I'll show you what's gonna be in the giveaway kit. So I'll do the little stuff first. And just so you guys are aware, this is designed for Midori Traveler's Notebook users. This is not gonna fit in your A5, it's not gonna fit in your kikki.K, your Color Crush, your Webster's Pages, your whatever else is out there. It's not gonna fit in those. You can use some of the stuff in any planner, but some of the stuff is designed specifically for Midori planners. So those are probably gonna be the folks who will be the most interested in this giveaway. And that's just my bias because, that's my jam, is the Midori. So I'll take you through what I am doing. So, okay. These two little fluffy roses are in there. And one of my dog's hairs might be on them, so I apologize. I do live in a pet-filled home, so allergy sufferers beware. These are adorable, and if it was 1994, I would totally glue them to a beret or something, but it's not, so I won't. This market stamp, this is the one that I think has like the 1990s, like the Rugrats. I think somebody put that in a comment on a previous video, on the unboxing video, but it looks like Rugrats font. And I'll never, ever, ever use these stamps. And I hope somebody will. And that's my dog playing with his squeak toys. These two flare buttons, Be Fabulous and Be You. Let's see if I can get those. Another thing I'll never, ever use. These acrylic bits. And I love Evolicious, and it's breaking my heart that I can't use these, but I just can't. So I want them to go to a good home. And then the other thing is this tassel by Hot Pink Fluff on Etsy. This is the giant, I could use this thing as a pillow. And some people, I think if I had a ring binder that I never carried around with me, I could totally slap it on one of the rings, but I'm not a ring planner, so that's that. There's also a little to-do list single stamp with a checkbox and a line, so you can create to-do lists. And I'm also including, because winter is coming up, a really wintry, pretty color of, this is the Versa Magic Dewdrop Chalk Ink in Aspen Mist, which is sort of like a really pale blue-gray. It looks gorgeous on the page, especially on bright white paper. Super, super pretty, and it's not really dark, so it almost feels like it takes up not less space on the page, but it's subtle, which is kind of nice. The other things, there's a pretty little notepad, which I think This came from the Target dollar spot originally, but it's pink, pink graph paper, but I picked up a couple of them, so I can send this one on to a good home. And then the other stuff is stuff that, oh wait, yeah, no, sorry, we're gonna keep going. The other stuff is a little bit more near and dear to me. Some of this stuff I am shamelessly passing on to a good home because I can't use it, but some of it is stuff that I made. So this I did not make. So one of the things that you will get is a set of the Day and Day Today sticker too. And this is one of my favorite little Korean planner girls. This I believe is a 6-sheet set, and she just has all these expressions and there's all different themes. These are adorable. I buy them like pretty much in bulk at this point, so you guys know how much I love these. And I'm gonna throw in a couple of Momoi thingies too, so little Momoi, whatever. And then the other stuff is stuff that I made, because as you all know, I make my own calendars now, and next week is when I'm gonna show you how I do them in Publisher. But the person who wins this is actually gonna get a year calendar. Whoop. This is a monthly layout for 2016. It's got the entire year, including November and December of this year, so you can get started using it right away if you want to. This is on really nice thick laser printer paper. So the black is crisp. The layout is pretty much the Midori classic monthly layout. I haven't marked any of the holidays because I don't know where you are or what you celebrate, so I didn't want to presume. And then there's a little notes section in the back, so you've got a couple of pages to take notes. And I left it craft. I debated putting a colorful cover on it, but I thought that whoever got this might want to decorate it themselves or leave it plain. So it's got a pretty durable craft cover, and you can decorate to your heart's content or not if that's what you prefer. The other things that come with this giveaway are a dashboard, and I made this dashboard with my laminator from some of the papers that were in a previous Scarlet Lime Planner Society kit, and I love these colors. Are so cute. And then there's a little, you may not be able to see it without help, but there's a little clear pocket here for you to keep various stickers or whatever. And then a page marker, and this is in one of my favorite patterns. This is the My Mind's Eye, My Story. I forget the name of this, but it's a shiny reflective gold arrow, and then on the other side it's sort of a pink triangle grid. So I might throw in one or two other things. We'll see, but that is basically my birthday giveaway to one of you. So there are a couple of rules to enter the giveaway. I will post those down below as well, and I will state it there too that YouTube has nothing to do with this giveaway. They are not affiliated with my giveaway. They are not going to guarantee my giveaway in the event that it gets lost in the mail, although I'll ship it priority and provide a tracking number. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's the giveaway. So now, if you don't mind, let's take a couple of minutes and look at what I'm planning with, and then I'll see you back here. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of the very small changes that I've made, one of which is that I cut this Foxy Fix notebook down, and I was really nervous about doing it, but I measured like 8 times, and I had a cutting board and lots of clamps and a brand new rotary blade, and I cut this down to basically, it was a slim size, and I basically cut it down to be just slightly bigger than their regular extra room. And I think this is the perfect, perfect size for my setup. So I'm really excited. The other one, when it was the slim, it was really I was getting a lot of flap bend, and that bothers me now more than it used to. I used to kind of like that, but not anymore. So I cut these. I still need to finish the edges. I need to burnish them a little bit, but they're holding up. I did this 2 days ago, so they're holding up pretty well. Maybe more than 2 days. Anyway, within the past week. So this is the same. I've added more stickers to my folder probably than you guys have seen before. And then I have my Halloween tickets in here. I'll probably need to take them out after today, which is totally a bummer. I've got the November Plan With Me challenge for Instagram. This is done by Tiny Ray of Sunshine and Pretty Prints and Paper, and I've decided to give it a go. I don't know if I'll do all of them because some of them apply less to me than others, but I'll, give it a try. And then, so this is new. This is my 2015-2016 calendar, and this is the same one basically that you're getting in the giveaway, except that I covered mine with a paper that I know I like, but I don't know what everybody else likes, so I didn't want to presume. But anyway, so this is, and this paper is from Pink Paisleys, I forget. I'll put it down below, but it's a Pink Paisley set of papers, which is really, it's one-sided, but it's nice and thick, thicker than most one-sided papers. So my monthly calendar, so this is my social calendar, and then this little gold clip here, as you can see, I made a bunch of gold clips for page markers. Gonna give that a try for a little bit and see if I like it. So this is my November calendar. There's my birthday. I haven't really filled in the rest of the year yet, but we'll get there. The back of this folder, and these stickers are a relatively new find for me, and I'll link down below where I got them, but they are just like little foxes and badgers and bears and deer and ducks and stuff just doing adorable fall things, and it's like so cute. And then I put this little fox, you may have seen him on my Instagram feed, but I'm completely in love with him. And it was confirmed that he is not dressed as Robin Hood. He is Link, because that's a shield from Ocarina of Time. So, nerd alert. And then this is my new writing journal, because I filled up the last one. And unlike the others, this is actually done on a dot grid. So I decided to try the dot grid instead of the lines, and I'm liking it a lot so far. And I'm stamping the date with the red date stamp, which is really cool. And I love, actually, that I found one that does the sort of European style of the day and then the month and then the year. I prefer that so much. And when I write dates, I always do actually the year first and then the month and then the day, because to me it makes sense to go from the biggest to the smallest. That a lot of times will help me find my files. It's like if I do, especially at work, when I'm writing like little iterations of stuff and then I have to deal with compliance and make their changes, like I'll have, 2015. So I did the file in 2015 in October, and this is the file from the 1st, this is the file from the 5th, this is the file from the 14th, like, so it just goes in perfect order. Whereas if you do it by the day first, then you've got all of the days, but the years are all wonky, and yeah, so that's how I do it, because I like to be organized, as you know. I think this might be the same, well, there go the birds. I think this might be the same dashboard, but if not, here it is. And then this is this week's spread. I'm kind of okay with it. This was last week, which was kind of muted. This is the first week that I was in here, which was very bright and awesome. But what I'm really excited about is next week. Not only because it's my birthday, but because I love the open possibilities of an empty page anyway. Like, I love a filled page, but this is getting a little cluttered, plus with the skeleton, it's awesome. Grim Tidings might have been a little much as far as taking up space. I just feel it's a little cramped on this page, but this one is just so open and nice and pretty, and I love it. So I'm really liking this layout, and once I post how I make these, I'm expecting that I'll make the file available so you guys can print them out yourselves if you've got Publisher. And then you can have this layout too, which is, I really enjoy it. So, and it's printed, and I've stamped all of these, but I don't put them in as part of the print because some people might not like them. Some people like a more free form. So these are really just empty boxes until I print. And then that way I can have different styles. I've got the stars and the hearts and the banners and the circles and stuff. So that's that. And then I have, the only other new thing in here is that I have these Today sticker things that were too wide to fit in this planner, but I cut them along lines where I was not cutting any stickers because I really love these. And these just, her angry faces are so adorable, and it's mostly like angry face or frustrated, and I'm like, these come in so handy because it's the busy season at work and things can get very frustrating. Like it just, there are so many moving parts and so many people have to weigh in on everything, and it can get very frustrating. So these show up a lot towards the end of the year in my planner. So that's the interior of my planner, and as you can see, as it's laying flat open, I've got a little bit of room on either side where you can see the notebook, but not, it's not quite so much as it was. I took off, I think it was 3/4 of a centimeter on either side, so it wasn't that much, but the tiniest bit can make a big difference when you're completely crazy like I am. So that is my updated setup, and that'll probably take me through at least the end of the year. And then I've got my social calendar for next year is already in there. I will switch out to my new book in January. And maybe some of you guys will be switching into my layout, and if you do, I would love to see it. I'd love to see what you're doing with it, and I will make that available after I post my video. It's gonna be 2 parts. So next week will be creating the template, or working with the template in Publisher. And then the week after that, I will take you through putting it together. So we'll actually cut those pages down to size, and I'll show you how I bind them. And that's how this one was bound. So, and it's nice because you can see the staples have an actual bend in them, and I have a long arm stapler, but I'll show you how to do it even if you don't have one. So that is my current planner setup with tweaks, including the rotary blade, which actually went way better. I was afraid, but it was awesome. And the birthday giveaway. So happy birthday to me and happy day to you. And I'll see you guys all again next week. Bye.